My name is Carroll Jones, and I practice foot and ankle surgery at OrthoCarolina in Charlotte, North Carolina. In foot and ankle, we do a lot of fusions and we do a lot of osteotomies. And both those procedures require typically compression and stability and ease of application. And so traditionally, a cantilever screw is probably the easiest way to achieve that. Every foot and ankle surgeon probably falls on or relies on a particular system. I mean, it's a necessary part of the toolkit you use to treat foot and ankle problems. Interestingly, I did not have much exposure in residency, at least in terms of foot and ankle, to the Acutrack screw. So when I came to Charlotte and started my practice 18 years ago, I was using other systems. Wasn't getting the compression that I thought I could get with maybe another system. The sizing wasn't right for some of the indications I was doing. So I was looking for something that better fit the procedures I was doing. I recognized that one, Acutrack has the branding is excellent. It's a well-known product, and it had some features that I thought might fit my practice. And so I started using Acutrack a decade ago and never looked back, honestly. I mean, I use it for almost all my hindfoot fusions, most osteotomies. I mean, there are a lot of cannulated screws on the market. There are a lot of good systems on the market. So it can be hard to differentiate one from the other. What I do like about the Acutrack system is, I mean, there are a lot of things. I mean, I like the headless nature of the screw, and that's a very common theme in foot and ankle, because the foot and ankle doesn't necessarily have a big soft tissue covering, and so you want to minimize the prominence of the metal. So headless screws is almost standard of care these days. I like the fact that it's got the differential thread pitch, so I can get compression at one or even two places or more. It's fully threaded, so you get a good bite in it. I'm not just regurgitating kind of the features of Acutrack too, but those are exactly what I want in a screw, and that's what, really is the only screw on the market that does all that. And then it's been right-sized for foot and ankle. I like Acumed for all the reasons I mentioned. I will stick with Acumed indefinitely because of a lot of the same reasons. It's a reproducible product. I trust everything goes on behind it. And then I can't overstate the importance of the rep force. I mean, and I've had the same two reps for 5+ years, and that consistency that Acumed has provided on the rep side has been probably one of the biggest reasons I've stayed with the products. As a surgeon, there's so many things you're thinking about. And it may be the conference you have at 6:30 in the morning, and then you have to get a cut time at 7:30. And then maybe you need to get your son's baseball game at 5 p.m. or a date with your significant other, whatever it is. And let's say on top of that, your first case is very complex. Now, the last thing you need to be worrying about, right, is the set going to be there for the screws I'm going to use? Is it going to be sterile? Is it going to be full? The person working the back table may or may not be familiar with the tray. Don't really want to be cross-training that person on using the tray while I'm also addressing this complex case. So what Ryan and Jordan and the rep team in Charlotte do is they take all of that kind of off my plate. Even before the case starts, they're already prepping the surgical technician on how I'm going to use it, probably the order of the instruments, so that everything is seamless. And it's not something that you stop and say, oh wow, that was amazing what he or she did. At the end of the day, everyone did their job to make the cases go well, and you were able to focus on the things that were important. So that's what they do for us that is invaluable.